Hey friends, Audrey here, the Fit, Fearless, and Faithful Mom. This week, I don't have a cup of joe, I got some tea, which is what we drink in our house. We are not coffee drinkers. So this week, we are talking all about marathon running and how you are a marathon runner too. So what's the deal? Because marathon running is really hard, right? All right. So you are a marathon runner. I am a marathon runner, and we are all in this race, but we are in it together. What's the ultimate goal? Heaven. I recently ran my first race of the season, my third marathon, second time qualifying for Boston, and I thought for 3 hours and 20 something minutes about how our faith journey is just like running a marathon. It really is. And here's why. Reason number one, we have to get our tools in order to start our race. And so our tools are scriptural resources together, getting our faith formation resources. We gather our family, we gather our friends, and then with a race, you gotta get your shoes, you have to get your goo packs, whatever else you need to start this race. Now, once you start the race, it's really exciting because there are so many people who show up to the start of a race.
Wow, what a beautiful day. Listen to everyone cheering. This is gonna be great.
And I, for one, get emotional every single time I run because these people don't have to be out there. They really don't, but they are in the freezing cold. A couple weeks ago, whenever we ran, I don't know, on the 20th, it was 35 degrees at the start. Now last year it was 25 degrees and it was so cold, but people still showed up and I appreciated it so much. So what about our faith journey? We got our tools, we show up to the race, and in our faith journey, it's our family, it's our friends, it's our church, it's our community, and everyone is screaming and cheering you on. And during our life, our journey starts at baptism, right? It starts at baptism, it starts at birth, and we want to get to heaven. So let's get back to the race. Gun goes off, boom, off to the races we go. We're really excited. We are studying. Now for the first couple miles, you'll generally see a big crowd of people around you. And you might talk to people, you might high five people while you're running or they're not running. And everyone is so excited to be together and you're in a crowd of people. And then all of a sudden a water station pops up. Well, it's just like our faith, right? We are going along this journey together. Everybody is excited. We're all happy. And a water station comes along. And what's one of our water stations? Well, a water station might be going to daily mass. It might be going to weekly mass. It may be going and talking to your priest. Those are stationary things that you know are going to be there. Mass is a water station. Now, what about those people who are on the side of the road with a table because they're kind of landlocked since all of us are running? Those people are the little drops and sprinkles of water that we need to nourish us. If it is a prayer group, if it's a Bible study, those are the things that keep us running. How about other faith formation things? Maybe you found a new YouTube station that is building your foundation. Those are your little water stations too, that maybe you didn't realize were there, but now they are. And so you keep running and you keep running and then you keep running. And now you're starting to get tired. And those times when you get tired are going to be the times when spiritual warfare might be happening. It might be during the death of someone who you loved very much. It's times when your life seems to be unraveling and you're questioning and you're wondering, is there going to be a water station soon? And when you rely on God, you realize all of a sudden, poof, a water station pops up. And you drink that water, whether it's going to mass, whether it's a faith formation that's at your church, whether it's that YouTube or podcast that you're listening to, you soak up that water station. And then as those miles creep up, you may need a little bit more now. And so now you start diving even more into the resources that you have. Or maybe a friend has told you about something and given you a birthday gift and said, hey, I really thought that you'd enjoy this Bible study. I'm in love with the Gospel of John Bible study, by the way. I'll link it below. It's wonderful, and I'm so thankful that I got that as a birthday gift last year from a friend. So then you continue on your journey, and the crowd starts thinning.
Where is everybody? Am I still on course? I haven't seen a water stop in forever. Why didn't I get water earlier? Well, it's just me, myself, and the road, I guess. Nothing left to do besides confront all of my inner demons.
And you start wondering, and like when I'm running, I start questioning, like, hey guys, where'd you go? Where is everybody? And I start thinking, like, did I take a wrong turn? I totally did one time. I think it was the Woodlands Marathon last year. I had pulled away from my pace group, and I really thought that I had taken a wrong turn because there weren't really, I wasn't seeing any water stations. I wasn't seeing anything. And then I saw a sign, like an actual physical sign. And I said, okay, great, woo! So that happens with our faith, right? Like sometimes the crowd's thin and you're looking around like,
where is everybody? Am I still on course?
Sometimes our faith journey can be a little bit lonely. Think about Mother Teresa. She went through a period of time where she didn't hear God and she was lonely. But God was still there. God was still faithful because God was depositing these little nuggets, right? Nuggets. That sounds kind of funny because, I don't know, I was just picturing like chicken nuggets like at a station, because sometimes people, out of the kindness of their heart, they'll have different things at the water stations. They'll have like cookies, or they'll have little bars and stuff like that. And oh, this is great. So a couple weeks ago, there were these boys and they were holding out cookies, and I was eating a goo pack as I was running, trying to, like fuel myself up. And as I was running by, I said, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because I try and thank as many people as possible while I'm running, because they totally don't have to be out there, but they are. So these kids, while I was running, the dad said, our cookies taste better than your goo pack. And I kind of wish that I would have taken the cookie. Now let's relate this to faith. Sometimes there are resources that you don't want to take, but maybe they're a benefit to you. So if someone is trying to hand something out to you that is a faith resource, I don't know, check into it, because you don't know how it's going to affect you. I didn't take the cookie. I don't know if it would have affected me positively or negatively. You need to make that call in your own faith journey, your own marathon journey, and so forth. So now as you get to these upper miles and the crowd has thinned and you're wondering where a water station is, but all of a sudden like the little water stations start popping up again, it's absolutely fantastic and absolutely wonderful when they do pop up, and you appreciate it so much. And then you get close to the end. You get close to the end. And this is where, week 2, that I am gonna get to the end of a video and get emotional. Sorry. So you start getting to the end of the race and you really start getting hyped up because you're like, I am there.
Time to dig deep.
And so Usually I get this kick at mile 24 and I'm like, I'm almost done. I've got 15 minutes to go. What's 15 minutes of 3 hours? This is amazing. And as you're going, the crowd starts thickening, right? And you start catching up to people. And you're not surrounded by as many people as when you started, but you start to be around another crowd of runners. More people who have endured what you've endured. And then people start talking to each other again. And as you're like coming up behind people who are running are cheering you on. And the crowds on the sides, they start building up and they start screaming at you, you're almost there. Why am I gonna cry? Yeah, I know why I'm gonna cry. Father Mike Schmitz did a video on the saints cheering us on. Sorry. And oh, I just spilled my tea. Oh no, I'm getting so excited. Okay, so Father Mike Schmitz did a video and he finished up with the saints cheering us on. Our journey can sometimes be a little lonely. It's exciting, it's really exciting at the start, but sometimes it can get lonely and the crowd will be thin. But if we keep persevering in our faith, man, I want to get to that finish line. Because the saints who are on the side, the saints are cheering us on, and it is gorgeous and it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And those people who are standing on the side saying, you only have a little bit more to go. And so then I start sprinting. And when you get close to that finish line, there's a big, thick crowd welcoming you back. And they'll actually say on the sidelines, because some of them actually come into the street a little bit, and they're saying, you're there, welcome back. And so someday, when I am called, I want God and all the saints to say, welcome home. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so in love. I'm thankful for God's grace. I am thankful for His water stations. And I look forward to hopefully hearing, welcome home, my faithful servant. Welcome home. We are all in this marathon journey together. How can you deposit something into somebody else's life today, tomorrow, and in the future? If there's anything that I can do for you, please let me know. Sorry for the tears, my goodness. But God bless you. God bless you and your family on your marathon journey. Comment below what some of your water stations are so that we all can benefit from it, because we're all on this journey together, right? All right. God bless you. God bless your family. If I can pray for you, do anything for you, let me know. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.